Thank you, Chairman. Okay, this application seeks the demolition of 2 dwellings and erection of 5 new dwellings with car parking, along with the use of revised accesses onto Segensworth Road and Hillcroft. The application is recommended for approval. The site is located in Segensworth, close to where the offices of National Statistics are, which are located. You just see the top of their car park, bottom of that image there. The site comprises 2 somewhat dilapidated bungalows which front onto Segensworth Road. There are 2 chalet bungalows to the east and west of the site, and to the rear of the site are 2 two-storey dwellings that front onto Hillcroft. Hillcroft and this is Merecroft here are both cul-de-sacs. This is the proposed site plan. The site is laid out with 3 properties fronting onto Segensworth Road, with 2 smaller chalet-style dwellings at the rear of the site with access from. Each of the dwellings has private off-street car parking, with each dwelling having a private 11-metre rear garden. The elevations, plots 1 and 3. 3 is a handy version of this image here. Is a 2-storey dwelling with lowered eaves at the sides to better reflect the relationship with the neighbouring properties, which are both chalet bungalows. And plot 2, which sits between plots 1 and 3, is plots 4 and 5. These are the 2 located to the rear of the site with accesses off Hillcroft. Both chalet bungalows with 2 bedrooms up in the roof space. Plot 4 is set back into the site with a private access road, and plot 5 has been orientated front onto Hillcroft. Plot 5 has tandem parking down the side of the property. This image shows the proposed street scenes. So the top one is of the 3 properties fronting onto Segensworth Road. And as you see there's a chalet bungalow to the west of the site and another chalet bungalow to the east of the site. This is number 2 Hillcroft, which is set a lot further back from the road front. It doesn't actually front onto Segensworth Road at all. The second image shows the position of plot 5. Plot 4 is actually situated behind these 2 two-storey houses which front onto Hillcroft. This will be the access road to plot 4. This is number 2 Hillcroft, and the parking for number 5, plot 5 is located here adjacent to the boundary. Let's do some photographs. It's a nice sunny day. This is a view looking west along Hillcroft. These are the 2 adjacent 2-storey dwellings at the rear of the site. And this is a view looking east. Can't quite see it, but behind all these vegetation here is actually number 2 Hillcroft. This is the access which will be used for the 2 properties that would front onto Hillcroft. This is a view from obviously the other side of the car that you can see. Shows the 2 existing bungalows on the site. The ground's sort of fairly unkept condition. As you can see, there was an existing access that came onto Hillcroft from one of the 2 bungalows that was there before. This is a montage showing the frontage of Segensworth Road. You can see there are 2 1930s style bungalows set back from the road. You can see the development of Hillcroft behind. These are the 2 two-storey dwellings that are behind the site. You'll see the side there of 171 Segensworth Road, and this roof that you just see here is the roof of number 2 Hillcroft set further back on the site. Final image shows views looking west and east along Segensworth Road. And as you see, there's some fairly large trees at the front of the site. This is a large mature oak tree which has, during the application, was subject to a tree preservation order. It's being retained as part of the proposal, and all works have been done. The scheme was amended to ensure the access was far enough away from the tree as not to cause harm during construction. This tree that you'll see, again, is another large specimen, but it's a leyland tree which was considered not to be worthy of any protection. That is proposed to be removed as part of the proposal. That's it, thank you, Chair.
It was far better and fitted in better with the character. The actual 5 houses equates to about 25 dwellings per hectare in a good sustainable location. All the car parking we provided obviously conforms with the adopted standards, and we have tweaked around the accesses to avoid the oak tree, and all those comply with the highways engineer's approval. We've done all the necessary tree and ecology reports, which have all been prepared and obviously will carry out in accordance with these reports. We've provided generous landscaping provisions with good gaps to the boundaries, and tried to create as much planting as we can in front of the dwellings and around the parking. The layout complies with all the separation distances to all the dwellings that surround it. For privacy and outlook, all the internal floor areas meet with the necessary technical standards. We've got 11-metre gardens to all the dwellings. We've also had the applicants had several meetings with a lot of the residents, and we've tried to address as many issues as we can with them in terms of separation and trees and highways, etc. I know there was concerns about traffic onto Hillcroft, but I think as part of the construction, we don't intend to use Hillcroft at all for construction. Everything will be off Segensworth Road, and we would obviously do that as part of the condition. Other than that, the application meets all the current policies of the guidance, and obviously we'd hope you follow the officer's recommendation for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Could thanks, Chairman. Could you just confirm how many car parking spaces in total are there on the site? Why asking this, I'm conscious that there are some fairly new properties in that area that were built, say, 10 years ago. And if you go down there in an evening or a weekend, it looks as if cars have been abandoned on every bit of space. So I just wondered how many we've got here.
And there are 11 parking spaces and 1 visitor's parking space. The visitor's parking space is located down here, adjacent to Hillcroft, because obviously the residents at Hillcroft have been concerned about the additional car parking it's a fairly narrow street, so this would hopefully alleviate that issue. So, but all the other parking spaces are private for each house, and they call it the parking standards. So each of the properties has 2 parking spaces, with the exception of plot 2, which has 3.
Thank you, Jim.
It seems to me it's a pretty decent scheme. The land take is not bad. And it's, what was it, dwellings per hectare? 25. Pretty low, isn't it? Right. I think it's a sound scheme. Can I propose on a second, please? Proposed by Councillor Mandry, seconded by Councillor Cartwright. Those in favour, please show. That's unanimous.